It's 12 trivia questions from a brand new website called factorfictiontrivia.com. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Budds. Thanks for checking out the show, and thanks for playing along today with a big 50-50 style episode quiz from my friend Connor at factorfictiontrivia.com. I'm looking at the website right now. It's very cool. If you go to the website, factorfictiontrivia.com, you can create a profile and you start playing right within your browser and you answer on your own time and you see how long you can go. You want to try and have the longest running score, 8, 9, 10 in a row. And these are very fun questions based on mostly politics and things like that. The homepage says, "Welcome to Factor Fiction. Think you know politics? Prove it." And there is a great FAQ section and About Us section. And Connor explains that a healthy democracy relies on an informed citizenry. However, it's no secret that in recent years, there's been an increasing amount of misinformation and fact-free arguments dominating the political conversation in the U.S. So this website is trivia-based, but also kind of making you learn about things that are common misconceptions in the U.S. And he asked if I would promote it today, and I said it sounds awesome. So we're going to do 12 questions from that site, and you will go fact or fiction while you're playing out loud or writing them down at home. And then there'll be a little explanation for why it is fact or fiction after each question. So thanks, Connor, for sending these in. We'll dive into those in just a second. Before we do that, we have our Geek Out challenge card. And for movies, we want you to name 2 films in which a dinosaur appears. For television, 4 1960s animated shows. For literature, 2 characters from Gone with the Wind. For music, 4 operas. And for miscellaneous, 6 airline names. All right, all warmed up and ready to go. And we've got our 50-50 fact or fiction style round coming up right now. Here we go. All right, it is fact or fiction trivia. Connor writes to me and says, "Hey, Ryan, below are 12 questions to choose from for the podcast. I kept the format consistent to my site as true-false statements, and let me know if it works out. Thanks again, and let me know if you need anything else from me." Thank you, Connor. Here's your first question. Number 1, healthcare costs are the leading cause of personal bankruptcy in America. Is that fact or fiction? Number 1, healthcare costs are the leading cause of personal bankruptcy in America. Fact or fiction? Number 2, Hispanics are the fastest growing racial or ethnic group in America today. Number 2, Hispanics are the fastest growing racial or ethnic group in America today. Fact or fiction? Number 2. Number 3, the U.S. is the world's largest oil producer. Fact or fiction? Number 3, the U.S. is the world's largest oil producer. Number 4, there are more guns than people in the United States. Number 4, is that fact or fiction? More guns than people in the U.S. Number 5, China has the highest incarceration rate in the world. Is that fact or fiction? China has the highest incarceration rate in the world. Number 6, air pollution is one of the leading causes of premature death around the world. Fact or fiction? Number 6, air pollution, one of the leading causes of premature death around the world. Number 7, English is the official language of the U.S. Number 7, English is the official language of the U.S. Number 8, the U.S. is the only industrialized country that does not offer paid maternity leave. Number 8, the U.S. is the only industrialized country that does not offer paid maternity leave. Number 9, a majority of the U.S. adults say that abortion should be legal in all or most cases. A majority of U.S. adults say that abortion should be legal in all or most cases. Number 10, the U.S. has the highest level of income inequality among developed nations. Number 10, the U.S. has the highest level of income inequality among developed nations. Number 11, a majority of Americans support increasing taxes on the wealthy. Number 11, a majority of Americans support increasing taxes on the wealthy. And number 12, the U.S. has the world's largest stockpile of nuclear weapons. Fact or fiction? Number 12, the U.S. has the world's largest stockpile of nuclear weapons. Those are all your questions for fact or fiction. Check out the website for more fun ones at factorfictiontrivia.com. We'll be right back with the answers. We are back with the answers to fact or fiction trivia. These were all 50-50 style questions, some of them heavy subjects, but I like that there's explanation for all of these, and you can find all of this on Connor's website, factorfictiontrivia.com. Here's number 1. Healthcare costs are the leading cause of personal bankruptcy in America. That is fact. It says 2/3 of all personal bankruptcies are related to medical issues, and the average American spends $5,000 on healthcare every year. Number 2, Hispanics are the fastest growing racial or ethnic group in America today. That is fiction. The explanation says Asian Americans are the fastest growing minority group, having increased in population by 81% over the last 20 years compared to 70% for Hispanics. Number 3, the U.S. is the world's largest oil producer. That is fact. The U.S. is both the largest producer and consumer of oil. In 2021, the U.S. produced about 12 million barrels of oil each day, compared to about 9 million barrels a day in Russia and Saudi Arabia. Number 4, there are more guns than people in the U.S. That is fact. The U.S. has the highest number of private firearms per capita, with 120 guns per 100 residents. The Falkland Islands is second with 60 per 100 residents. We make up 5% of the world population, but own 50% of private guns. Number 5, China has the highest incarceration rate in the world. That is fiction. The U.S. has the highest incarceration rate, at more than 5 times that of most other industrialized countries. In 2020, the U.S. had a total prison population of 2.2 million, while China had an estimated 1.7 million. Number 6, air pollution is one of the leading causes of premature death around the world. That is fact. Approximately 8 million deaths worldwide each year are attributed to air pollution, which increases the likelihood of strokes, lung cancer, and heart disease. 90% of the world's population lives in areas with poor air quality, mostly in the developing world. Number 7, English is the official language of the U.S. That is fiction. There is no official national language in the U.S. However, numerous states have declared English as theirs, and it is the most commonly spoken language, of course. Number 8, the U.S. is the only industrialized country that does not offer paid maternity leave. That is fact. The United States, Papua New Guinea, and a few Pacific Island nations are the only countries that do not require employees to provide paid time off for new parents. Of course, a lot of companies do, but they're not required to. Number 9, a majority of U.S. adults say that abortion should be legal in all or most cases. That is fact. Only 8% of Americans say abortion should be illegal in all cases without exception. Number 10, the U.S. has the highest level of income inequality among developed nations. That is fact. The level of wealth inequality in the U.S. is currently the highest that it has been in over 50 years, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. Number 11, a majority of Americans support increasing taxes on the wealthy. That is fact. About 70% of Americans support increasing taxes on the wealthy, while 62% support increasing the corporate tax rate. And number 12, the U.S. has the world's largest stockpile of nuclear weapons. That is fiction. Russia has the most, at roughly 8,400 nuclear weapons compared to about 7,200 in the U.S. And those are all of your facts and fictions from this quiz. If you want more of these, go see how many you can get in a row at factorfictiontrivia.com. My friend Connor made that website and sent those to me. Thank you, Connor. And thanks for listening today, everybody. Hope you had a decent time trying to figure those out. And we have our fact of the day. The fact of the day is there are more fake than real flamingos in the world. There are more fake than real flamingos in the world. Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling a friend. And we'll see you next time for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers!